So Nope Challenge is basically about confronting phobias.
Okay.
And it's like phobias like clowns, spiders, heights. But there's a twist to the game. The twist is you have a Nope button. And that Nope button is if things get like too intense if you're going through these challenges. So you hit this a couple times, the Nope button, and immediately just whisks you away. Just get taken right out. You get dropped into what's called a breather space. And the breather space is exactly how it sounds. It's basically to breathe, rest, relax, recharge. And once you're all better and your heart rate comes down, you go right back to the actual challenge that you were just in, or you pick a different challenge. Now, besides the actual Nope button, we're trying to make as much choices for people as possible because we're literally playing with their limbic systems, like the way that they react to certain things. It's a psychological thing. We're not relying on jump scares. We're relying basically on people's their own personal fears. So besides the actual phobias and the Nope button, you also have intensity levels. Okay. So the intensity levels are light, and then you have moderate, and then you have extreme.
Do you see this as something that could be used as a tool for exposure therapy?
Absolutely. All the dials are there. It's mainly for entertainment purposes. And I say that because I've worked with games that require the white papers, the studies and whatnot. The immersion factor that is there, it really is a limbic system tease. I keep saying limbic system. It's basically the natural reaction of your head with the fight, flight, or freeze. And the amygdala and everything that goes on and all your senses and all your adrenaline, the way things happen. It's a magical moment, but it's your body doing it either through hereditary or because, you see kids climbing up trees and you're like, oh my God, what are they doing? They haven't learned yet, but if they fall from that tree, they break their leg, you might have a phobia. It might be like, then their brain tells them like, hey, watch the edge, and then they'll sweat because their body's doing its thing to protect them. And this game does that. And I've had people say that I was terrified about playing it, and then I played it, and I want to play it again because I feel like there's something there.
Interesting.
So I think people will try to use it. I can't say that. I even have warning signs in the beginning, like this is not therapy device.
Where do you see Nope Challenge going in the future?
Multiplayer.
Yeah,
there's mixed reality. There's so many things. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, this is truly like an indie game level. It's only a few of us doing it. And I try to utilize every ounce of what I could for my own abilities and others to try and get this out for what it is. But I see the potential in all different ways because we're going to see how people react to certain things, and we could dial it. We could dial it and say like, okay, people are noping too much. Well, if people are not noping enough, and then everybody's afraid of everything. And I've done so much research into various phobias. Like there is a snake in one of the challenges. I won't say which one. But I want to go more heavy, and I've all designed for the snakes. Multiplayer. There's so many things with multiplayer that we have planned that you can do things, but that's kind of like messing with somebody else. So we're trying to figure out tools that might be on the extreme level, but it's just trying to find that balance. When you get to multiplayer, I don't think you're going to have the brother, the sister, the cousin, or the grandmother going into multiplayer and throwing spiders or snakes at people, or getting chased by a clown.
Right.
Or they become the clown, stuff like that. You might just have that to be like a little more of the hardcore and the kids and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things and a lot of ideas, and it's both a phobia minefield, but it's also a feature creep bomb minefield. There's so many features. We're like, wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? So when we were trying to
I could see where that would be difficult with a game like this.
I'm telling you, it's so funny because, I have not been pushing too much onto the web because we're such a small team, but I'm excited to see it go out there. I'm excited for Christmas, the holidays, and all that stuff.
So that kind of transitions into my last question here. So what are we looking at as far as release of Nope?
We're looking at April 25th.
April 25th.
Yeah, April 25th, releasing it.
And what platforms are we coming out on?
It's going to be on Quest 2, Quest 3, and Quest Pro.
Okay.
And that's the start. And then in the future, I plan on doing the other headsets.
So you are going to be bringing it to saying like PSVR 2?
Yeah, well, that's some of the plans. I can't say it officially.
Any plans to possibly bring this to Apple Vision Pro?
I have not. I would like to. The Apple Vision Pro I've been very curious about and wanting to get because of the mixed reality aspect and so much. I have so many designs I've been doing with mixed reality that there's so much potential and fidelity that you can get. If I have something that comes out, like you see the dinosaur and stuff coming out of the wall, things are that much more immersive and that much more of like tap, your brain goes, whoa, run,
absolutely.
sweat.
That's why I wanted to ask,
Yeah.
because of the sheer realism that people are reporting from that headset.
Yeah.
So, something like that spider is going to look even more real.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, and it's not just even the look of it, but what we spend a lot of time is just trying to make their movements. We even have a robot spider we designed, which is awesome, but I want to keep it to be like just as, and no spiders die, and no robots die. There's no death. You can die, but the movement of the spiders, I mean, you only have to do so much that makes people trigger. It's just like, especially in VR, and like there is backstory too, and the backstory, I realized that it's kind of like eating a hot pepper. And like when they ask you questions while you have the hot pepper, it's like, what did you just say? Yeah. Because your whole body's just doing such a thing. And you're just like, you're focused on that. And then the story is just like, oh, forget it. So there's some interesting things you can go back in the game and learn about the game, like its lore. There's a whole background that I have with that. But for the game that it is, I'm excited to see how people take to it. I'm excited to see people that are hardcore, people that do the light, the moderate, and the extreme. All that. It's going to be wild.
Okay, so, Joe, I got to tell you, that was fantastic, and I thank you so much for doing this demo. So, guys, all right, Nope Challenge, look for it, late April, and prepare to be scared.